This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to my review of the Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power episode 4 titled Eldest. And honestly, this is the weakest episode of the season so far. It generally feels like they're trying to move characters into the correct place for the end game of the season. And looking at everything that happened so far, this episode, as I said, it's the weakest. There is still some fun stuff. Honestly, I wanted to see a lot more from Tom Bombadil, and I think he was pretty fun in this. Maybe not the perfect adaptation. I feel like there should be a lot more singing with him, just based on how he was in the books. But still, he was a lot of fun in this. The Stranger, honestly, really hoping that they go with the Blue Wizards instead of Gandalf. But who knows? We'll see when they reveal it by the end of the season. Because I can almost guarantee we'll know that by the end of the season. Continuing to look at other stuff from this, I think that the only reason that we have the other habits that come up, the stores, is because they're going to be setting up a storyline where they find the Shire. And we saw the characters pretty close, well, the elves pretty close to it, with them being in the Barrow Downs, close to where Tom Bombadil usually lives. And I feel like it might have just been a little better to have Bombadil be in his usual location. And they could change some things around where Bombadil and the stranger go and help the elves. Obviously, that would change a big amount of how the season was set up, but it could still be interesting. Looking just back at the storyline for the elves in this one, it's very clear that Elrond does not trust the rings and doesn't want to follow their advice, and that put them in far more danger. But I think he does have a good reason to distrust them, and honestly, I think that, well, we're gonna be seeing him turn around because he eventually will be taking Gilgalad's ring after, well, not immediately, but it would be in the end game of this show before they go out to war, and Gilgalad eventually will die in combat with Sauron. But yeah, honestly, I think that it's gonna be interesting to see. The Barrow Wights was kind of fun to see, and I, I mean, it's something that's hasn't made out of the books yet, so maybe it's in the animated adaptation, but I don't think it is since that has even less time than the Peter Jackson trilogy. But it's fun that they're taking some things that never made it into the books and are putting it into the, well, not the books, into the movies, and only were in the books. And honestly, I really did enjoy seeing Tom Bombadil in this. Going back to just the other storylines, the entire thing with the Ents and the Ent wives, honestly, I think it was done pretty well, at least from their perspective, and them having problems with the orcs. I think that there's the obvious, love story between Isildur and I don't remember her name, and I'm not sure where they're gonna go with that. If she will eventually become his wife, or if someone else will. But honestly, I think that with that storyline, I don't mind as much if they which way they go with it. I don't remember too much about who Isildur does marry. I just know he does, and he eventually will have kids, and most of them, besides the one that will lead to Aragorn's line, will be killed. But yeah, honestly, I think this is honestly the weakest one so far, at least this season. I really do feel like it was missing the probably biggest intrigue being the story of the dwarves and to see Sauron manipulating Celebrimbor. Do wish they had a little bit of that in there, but again, I still have really enjoyed the stuff with Tom Bombadil, and I think that honestly, I just wish that, as I said, they had a little bit more of a Sauron story in this. I do want to see what they're doing with the thing with Galadriel being captured and the eventual battle that will lead to what has to happen of Sauron killing Eddar and him taking his rightful place as Lord of Mordor. So honestly, I really am excited to see what's going on, but still do have my fears. Think that this could be a good adaptation, but I honestly am not sure. I want to know what you think, though. Please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.